A lot of people won't admit it. They won't say that they need therapy. Hey, I go to therapy once a week, right? Once a week. I gotta have it. Why? Because I understand how this is a mental game we're playing, right? What if, you still gotta reward yourself, but what if there was a way that Lisa could make some type of investment in herself to put herself in a position so that she can go out and she can shop. Now, if I'm going to go out to dinner and it's networking and the food is good and the communication is good and we're building relationships, guess what? That's a win-win-win. But if Lisa just goes out and shop and eat, but don't turn that into something that could serve her future self, then it's only spending money.
Hello, everyone. Alvin Darian here. I spent over 2 decades in the financial industry helping people just like you. As the author of books like Don't Let Adversity Steal Your Legacy and the 8 Financial Breakthroughs, and as the CEO and co-founder of Financial Pro Network, I am proud to present to you the Leadership and Money Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. We're going to get started in about 30 seconds. I have some amazing information I want to share with you that I truly believe that can be life-changing. So make sure you're in a quiet spot. Make sure you have no distractions. I want to put my phone on off right now. Make sure you have notepad, pen, paper. You never know. A 15-minute conversation can be life-changing. And hopefully all of these 15-minute to 20 minutes conversations can be life-changing for you. At the end of the day, we only have relationships and conversations that leads to connections. So what kind of relationships do you have? What kind of conversations are you having? And what kind of connections are you forming? Today's topic, everyone, is going to be on spending money versus investing money in yourself. We all know how to spend money, but there's a difference. When you look at spending money versus investing money in yourself, there's a big difference, and we're going to clear it up today. So I want you to have the mindset on, if you were to invest more in yourself, what will the payout be, right? But if you were to just spend money temporarily, you may feel good, but it won't help your future self. You got to promise your future self that you're going to do things today that your future self will be proud of. So today we're going to discover the difference of life-changing differences between spending money and between investing in yourself, right? I'm going to give you 6 options, 6 things you can do with money. We're going to break that down. If you want more freedom, right? If you want more freedom in your life, you're in the right place. If you want to have more financial abundance, you're in the right place. And most importantly, if you want to share how to become financially free and share how to have more financial abundance, you're definitely in the right place. Now, are you ready to take control of your life, take control of your financial future, take control of your decisions? We have choices and decisions. You have to decide to cut off all other options. So let's break it down here. Everyone has a relationship with money based on the information you have at the time and the feelings you have at the time. You learn from your parents, you learn from your grandparents, you learn from the church, you learn from the barbershop. Who said that they did it right? People did the best that they can do at the time of the information when they implemented it, right? So you want to build your best lifestyle, you got to make great financial decisions. So again, spending money versus investing money. Think about that. Do you spend money or do you invest money? Here's a key difference. When you spend money, you may get an immediate gratitude, an immediate feeling. And, think about it like this. You buy a new car, everybody excited. You get a new car. Car note comes around first month, you're okay. Second month, you're like, did I really want that car? Third month, now you stuck for another 60 months, right? So when you're at dinner and somebody say, you know what, man, Chris got a new car. Oh, man, that's awesome. Same dinner, next few months. Hey, man, Chris' car got repossessed. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear about that. Pass the pepper. It happens that quick. So think about this. When you're spending money, how does it make you feel later? Not how it make you feel right now. So investing has a compound effect. So it grows and multiplies over time. Spending can compound the opposite way for you. You don't want that. So Investing in yourself, education, taking a course, getting a certification, going to a workshop, going to a seminar, going to a conference. You invest in yourself. I call it tuition, right? So personal development. You're looking at a guy who's done a lot of personal development, right? Back when it wasn't cool, everybody called them bars. Now it trips me out. I'm like, we've been doing this stuff for 15 years and you just now catching on to it. Hey, that's another story. Education in yourself, becoming better. I take master classes. I go through courses all the time to sharpen the saw, right? Your health membership, that's an investment in yourself. Your gym membership, eating healthy foods, going to see your therapist. A lot of people won't admit it. They won't say that they need therapy. Hey, I go to therapy once a week, right? Once a week. I got to have it. Why? Because I understand how this is a mental game we're playing, right? You got to be mentally tough. If you're not mentally tough, then guess what? You can fold. You have to be, if you're leading people, you definitely need to invest in yourself there. Skills, networking, mentorship, personal branding. 2025, we're going to put a lot of resources into personal branding and into courses and classes. Business growth, you got to buy systems, you got to buy tools, you got to pay for a coach. You got to pay to scale your business. You're not going to scale your business without investing in your business. So what's spending money in those areas? So if you think about it, if you're spending money on a course, but you don't take it seriously, you didn't invest, you spend money. If you have a gym membership that comes out every month and you never go to the gym, right? You never go to the gym, that's spending money. If you go to a networking event and you pay to get in there and you pay to go to the networking event, but you didn't network, you spend money. If you buy all these tools and systems and never use it, guess what? You were spending money. You didn't invest money. Hope everybody catch that. Hope you're grabbing what I'm throwing down. If this is good stuff so far, put a 7 in the chat for me. Just throw a 7 in the chat. So you got to audit your money, right? You got to audit your money. You got to look at your automatic drafts. One time I freed up at least $600, $700 just going through automatic drafts. I had like a few gym memberships. You can't cancel over the phone or email. You got to show up, right? I love that gym too. It's out there in Cobb County, but man, I had to cancel it because I'm not going there anymore, right? You got to have clear goals. Okay, give yourself a grade every day. Did you win the money game today? Did you win today, right? A, B, C, D, or 1 through 10, whatever your grade system is. Did you save a little bit? Did you save a lot? Think about that. I'm going to share with you the 6 things you can do with $1 in a second. When you went to that workshop, were you all in or were you on your phone? When you go to networking events, were you all in? Was it an investment or was it you just say, hey, I'm going to something, right? The other day I was at a dinner, was at a dinner and there was some very high profile people, a few billionaires in there too, right? And so I said, okay, I'm going to leave here with 5. I'm going to meet 5 good people. I can't meet everybody. I'm going to meet 5 good people. So I'm talking to this guy. I didn't know he was one of the billionaires. I didn't even know it. I'm just talking to him, having a great conversation. He was telling me about his 5 sons and who was going to get the business. I said, hey, man, have you seen Succession on HBO? He said, yeah. And we hit it off, man. We was talking. So people looking at me all funny. I'm like, all right, what's going on? In your mind, you're thinking that. And then the guy was there. He pulled me aside. Was like, hey, man, that's the guy. He's the richest guy in the room. I'm like, whoa, this was a heavy room, y'all. I didn't know. I was just being myself. Now, found out his office is in Sandy Springs. Now he want to meet to talk about some of our programs. You never know. But if I would have went there and just spent money to get in there and didn't network, it wasn't an investment. You got to invest in yourself. Commit to the process. Commit to practice. Commit to the process and practice. Why do I say that? Most people commit to the result. They don't commit to doing the work. You got to be consistent in 2025. Stop trying to be a perfectionist. Everything will not line up perfectly. You have to commit to being consistent. All right. So let me tell you a few stories real quick. I'll keep the name confidential. Investing in your education. This is a young lady that I work with. And I'll just change the name for confidential purposes. But let's say Lisa, working a 9 to 5, she's feeling stuck at her job. She don't have any idea or vision what's possible. She go to work every day Monday through Friday. She has a routine, but she loves to shop. She loves to eat out. And let me tell you this, she doesn't have the budget for it, but she has the desire for it. What if, you still got to reward yourself, but what if there was a way that Lisa could make some type of investment in herself to put herself in a position so that she can go out and she can shop? Now, if I'm going to go out to dinner and it's networking and the food is good and the communication is good and we're building relationships, guess what? That's a win-win-win. But if you just go, if Lisa just goes out and shop and eat, but don't turn that into something that could serve her future self, then it's only spending money. So in this case, I want to make sure that, hey, that she is want to shop, want to go out to eat, but when you do those things, make sure it can be a learning experience at the same time. So we came up with a plan for her, right? And think about this. Another client of mine, I was like, hey, man, you got to invest in your business. You're in the spending trap. You're trying to get paid on your business. You're just spending money in your business, buying this, buying that. I'm like, listen, what's the job of this tool, right? What's the job of this tool? How can we reinvest? How can we take what you learn from the workshop and how can we implement it right away? One thing about me, when I learn something, I'm going to implement it right away, right? And so I told the young man, I said, hey, James, listen here, man. Every time we go to a workshop, I'm going to hold you accountable and I'm going to compare notes with you and we're going to implement it immediately. That's an investment. That's not spending money. So we all want more lifestyle and some of us want legacy and most want both. You can have both, but you got to understand this next thing I'm going to share with you before I close out. There's only 6 things you can do with $1. There's only 6 things you can do. Period. I don't care how you cut the pie, slice the cake. There's only 6 things you can do with $1. Number 1, no particular order. This could be your order, but no particular order. You can spend it. Now, you know how to do that part, right? Your daily expenses, your bills, your luxuries, spending off emotions. You can spend it. Number 2, you can save it. Emergency fund, short-term goals. Put it in under your mattress, wherever you stash your money. It's not going to multiply, but you saved it, right? It's accessible. Number 3, you can invest your money. Stocks, real estate, index products, education, investing in your business. You can invest in your business. You can invest in yourself. You can invest with your money. Number 4, you can give it away, right? Donations, helping others, supporting others, give it away. Generous. You give away with your generosity, builds connections. But guess what? You can't give it all away. Now, number 5, you can lose it. You ever lost $20 in a pair of jeans and couldn't find it, or a $100 bill somewhere and you couldn't put your hand on it? Or you can lose money by making poor decisions and not having the right planning and not having the right coach. You can lose it. You don't try to lose it by intentionally, like, hey, I'm gonna lose money today. Nobody does that, right? You want to make money. And then the last one is my favorite one, is making money. Maybe you get more hours at your job, or maybe you get a part-time career, or maybe you find a hobby that turns into a business. You want to be proactive with this because you know if you're making $50,000 a year in this example, you know what to do with that $50,000. But if I can show you how we can match your income or introduce you to somebody that can match the income, now you have an additional $50,000. That changes the game. Don't underestimate the power of $1,000 coming into your household. An extra 1,000 can change a lot of things for people. You got to be proactive, everyone. So as we wrap this up, I tell you 15 to 20 minutes. Just want to hit a few topics. Number 1, I'm gonna challenge you to this. Go to some type of seminar, workshop, networking group that can enhance you as a person and that can help you become better at your craft, right? I don't care if it's online or a person. Just commit so far for the month of January that you're going to put yourself in an environment and you're going to meet new people. Okay, that's one challenge. A second challenge I want to put out there to you is to check all automatic drafts. It's the first of the year. Some things you may want to get rid of. There's tools and technology out there that'll get rid of it for you. You don't have to call each one or change the card or anything like that. Just make sure you check your automatic drafts. Okay. And the third challenge is to join the Facebook group. Once we hit 1,000 people, we're going to only have some information exclusive only for the group. So make sure. I'm not sure if my team is on there now, but make sure if you need the link to get into the Facebook group, it should be in the chat soon. I'm not sure if they're on here right now, but make sure you DM me if you want to get in the group. We're going to have some special events, special dinners, workshops, invite only. We're going to go on tour here in Georgia. I'm going to go home to Savannah. We'll do a big meeting down there. We're going to do a meeting in Augusta, Macon. I got connections there. We're going to do about 3 of them in Atlanta. We're going to hit the counties. So we're going to really get the word out there and help people with financial intelligence, help people make the right decisions with their money. That's my passion, everyone, for the last 2 decades. April will be 22 months in this industry, teaching and educating and helping people with their financial decisions. I want to thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for sharing this 15 minutes with me, and you can be doing anything else, but you want to better yourself. Oh yeah, we're going to come to North Carolina too. I'm coming back up there, man. We had a lot of fun up there. So just that shout out to Dexter, man. Great guy, great man. He's building our Raleigh, North Carolina financial education centers up there. So excited about that. Everyone, have a great rest of your evening, a blessed day, an amazing day. Look like you're going somewhere, not like you've been through something. Look like your legacy, not your adversity. And most importantly, make a new friend. Make friends, build connections, have new relationships, have new conversations. That's going to shape who you are. And if you throw the seminars and the books in there too, 20, 30, 5 years from now is going to be an amazing 5-year run. So let's make sure we save money for the decade, and let's have the best earning decade we've ever had. Talk to you soon, everyone.
Thank you for your time today. Have a productive day and not a busy day. To all the world champions and first-generation millionaires, I will see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded with excuses. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Take care and God bless everyone.